And he swings and he hits it high and deep. Left field. See ya.
On air and online at FurmanPaladins.com or follow the Furman IMG Sports Network on the TuneIn Radio app. Furman Baseball.
I'd like to say that it works that way all the time, but it doesn't.
Now let's head out to the stadium to the voice of the Paladins, Dan Scott.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, from Latham Stadium here on the beautiful campus of Furman University. Welcome to our broadcast of Furman Paladins baseball. Today, Game 2 of this weekend Southern Conference three-game series between Brett Harker's Paladins and Craig Gibson's Mercer Bears. Last night, Game 1 to the Bears with a 5-run ninth inning to knock off the Paladins 5-4. And in doing so, Mercer improved to 22-6 overall, now 3-1 in the league. The Paladins 11 up and 13 down, now 1-3 in SoCon play, and went for the second straight Friday night, just a devastating loss. But as Brett Harker likes to say, the sun did come up today. It's a gorgeous day here as we enter into the month of April, and hoping that the page will turn on what was a difficult last 3 weeks or so of the month of March for this club. It'll be Grant Sherman going for the Paladins today, the redshirt sophomore. He'll be opposed by fellow lefty, sophomore Austin Cox. Should have a good one here today. When we come back, we'll get Brett Harker's thoughts on what transpired last night and looking ahead to this one today. This is Furman Baseball on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
This weekend three-game series this afternoon here at Latham Stadium. Paladins lose a heartbreaker last night, 5-4 to Mercer. Today, a battle of left-handers. It's Grant Sherman for the Paladins and Andrew Cox for the Bears. Dan Scott with head coach Brett Harker. And, you know, Frank Sinatra had a hit song called Saturday Night is the Loneliest Night of the Week. I think maybe for you lately it's been Friday nights.
Yeah, I need to start getting some better sleep on Friday nights. Gosh, Will Gaddis, I mean, he showed why he's one of the best pitchers in the country. 8 innings, 2 hits. One of them was an infield single, no extra base hits, 10 strikeouts against one of the top offenses in the nation. He was really, really good. That's just a game we got to finish. He was at 99 pitches when he finished the 8th, and you know, last week we stretched him out to 115. He had never thrown more than 105 his entire career. And I'm just big on it. And, you know, people may disagree. I'm just big on it. Will's health is number one on my mind. And that kid's got a bright future. And the last thing I want to do is stretch him back to back, not only for Will's future, but also the future of our baseball team this year. We need that kid to be good for us all year, and it didn't seem like the right move to make to send him back out there, and unfortunately our bullpen wasn't able to hold it for us.
And the reality is, whether people want to debate whether he should have gone out or not, eventually other pitchers are going to have to get outs late in the ball game because Will's only going to pitch once a week anyway. So somebody's going to have to step up again and start getting outs for you in the 8th and 9th innings.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about baseball is the first 12 games, one of our strengths was our bullpen. We were really, really good, and we still have the ability to be really, really good. It's like anything else. If you're stressing at the plate, then it gets really hard to score a run. If you're struggling to throw strikes, and all of a sudden every time you throw a ball, you feel like here you go again. And it's the same thing with the bullpen. When you're struggling to get outs late in the game, it seems like every mistake you make flies over the fence and into the hedges. And right now that's where we're at, but it's not always going to be that way. And we're staying positive with the guys and telling them they're still our guys, and that's just the way it's got to be. Look, it is what it is. We can't take those pitches back, and those are going to have to be our guys to get big outs for us the rest of the year.
Yeah, kind of lost in last night and really over the course of the last almost 2 weeks is one of the areas that you were struggling in early in the season has really settled down for you. Defensively, I'm talking about. You've only made one error in the last 6 games. And, last night, again, Will did strike out 10, but you were very clean on the defensive end until the one opportunity in the 9th inning on a foul ball.
Yeah, we've that just shows you that we're just not playing good baseball because you're right, we were struggling defensively, and now we're good at that. And now we're struggling out of the bullpen, and that's the sign of a team that's not playing real well. We're finding ways to lose baseball games instead of being gritty about winning, and that's what we're looking to change. But yeah, I'm proud of the way we've played defensively lately. I think if you can pitch and play defense, you got a chance to win a lot of games, and that goes to show you last night. I mean, if you play that game 100 times, we would have won 99. Unfortunately, that was the one time we didn't win. But as far as shoring up the defensive end, I thought Hebner played a really good shortstop last night. Added a couple hits, which honestly at this point, the hits are nothing but a bonus for me. I just want you to catch the ball and throw it to first. But we played really well. I think Sims has played defensively very strong for us at second. And then I thought Elmy had a really good play on a rocket hit down the line last night as well. But tip your cap to them. They made some really big plays. They made a play up the middle in the 9th with nobody on against Crawford and a diving play in the outfield. That's 2 really good baseball teams, and we just didn't finish the job.
Well, we saw 2 number ones going at it last night. Askew was pretty good for them as well. Today, battle of left-handers here, and Grant Sherman is in need of a good outing. After 4 good outings to start the season, he's struggled his last couple of times out. What has been your diagnosis as far as his issues are concerned?
It's as simple as locating the baseball. It really is. He's mainly a fastball changeup guy that has a good breaking ball he can flip in there, but if the ball's up, the ball will fly. And especially with a changeup guy, that it isn't diving like a cutter or something like that. If it's staying on the same plane up, even if you fool the hitter, he can hit it off his front foot and still hit it a long way. So he's got to really work on keeping the ball down, especially at Latham, where the ball tends to obviously fly and left to left center. But look, man, the kid's been really good for us his whole career here. And if there's ever a guy that can step up for us on a Saturday, it's Grant, and we think he's gonna throw the ball well for us today.
So what do you do with your bullpen today?
We figure out how to get some outs. Billy Greenfield, obviously he'll be looking to get some outs for us today, and we just need people to step up. At this point, I don't really care who it is, what number you have on your back. I just need guys to get outs for me, in particular at the end of the games. And as you know, the same way Coach Harbin would take it hard if our shortstop's not playing well, I take it particularly hard when we can't get the last 3 outs of a game. I take that personal just because that's what I did for so long. And I'll just be honest with you, I think it's a mentality thing. I really do. I think it's just being a little bit tougher than them, wanting a little bit more than them, and that's something we're going to continue to work on. And look, this team puts in the work. It's not a work ethic issue. It's not anything like that. It's flat out just getting results and getting the job done. And, we haven't done a good job of that lately, but there's no quitting us. There's no rollover in us. I told them in the huddle last night, as their leader, they have 1 to 2 options, and one of them's not an option. And that's the quitting. I say we're going to fight back. We're going to fight like our lives depend on it, because our baseball lives do depend on it. And I can promise you one thing, that these kids aren't going to quit, and they're going to go out there and show heart, and we're going to try and win today and then come back and win a series tomorrow.
Well, again, great thing about the game, there's always tomorrow, so you got an opportunity to start turning things around here this afternoon, Brett. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it, Dan.
Hey, Coach Brett Harker, stay tuned. We've got the lineups and the first pitch next on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a price-linked savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
If you're ready now, the starting lineups. First for Mercer, Ryan Hagan will lead it off today. He is the shortstop. Batting second at second base, Matt Meter. J.T. Thomas will catch today and bat third. Last night's catcher, Charlie Madden, still hitting cleanup, but today the DH. Hitting fifth at third base, Danny Edgeworth. Hunter Benning will hit sixth and play first. In left field, Jackson Ware, he bats seventh. Trey Truitt will hit eighth and play right. And batting ninth in center, Alex Hansen. Again for the Bears, it's Hagan at short, Meter at second, Thomas behind the plate. Madden the DH, Edgeworth at third, Benning at first, with Ware in left, Truitt in right, and Hansen in center. Austin Cox, sophomore lefty, is on the mound. For the Paladins, Landon Kay in the leadoff spot again today. He's in right field, batting second and left, Carter Grote. At first base, Brandon Elmy bats third. The cleanup hitter is catcher Jason Costa. Sky Overton will play center field and bat fifth. The DH and sixth hitter is Jabari Richards. Batting seventh, Sims Griffith at second base. Brett Hebner will play shortstop and bat eighth. And batting ninth at third, Jake Crawford. One more time for the Paladins. Kay in right, Grote in left, Elmy at first. Costa behind the plate, Overton in center, Richards to DH. With Griffith at second, Hebner at short, and Crawford at third. Redshirt sophomore Grant Sherman on the hill for the Paladins. So that's your setup. Stay tuned. First pitch is coming up next on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When you go in search of a fence company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at faulknerfencecompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in Greenville. This gorgeous campus of Furman University. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and even after last night's ninth inning meltdown, you still have that little lilt in your step when you come to the ballpark in a day like this. And today, hopefully, the Paladins will be able to get a reasonable facsimile of the pitching performance we got out of Will Gaddis last night from Grant Sherman. Young man is definitely talented enough to pull it off, and hopefully
late in the ball game, bullpen will be able to get some outs. Talked to Brett at length before we did the pregame interview, and he even mentioned it in the pregame interview that how hard all of these kids work. And the work ethic is there, just the results haven't been, the consistency hasn't been there at this juncture of the season, especially over the last 3 weeks or so. The only way you can get it is just keep running it out there and seeing what happens on a daily basis. Grant Sherman going through his warm-ups. He is the redshirt sophomore from Cincinnati, making start number 7 on the season. 3-3, a 7.18 earned run average. That ERA has gotten inflated over his last 2 starts. The 4 previous starts, he was very good. Has a complete game, 31 1/3 innings, 36 hits, 33 runs. 25 of them earned. Has struck out 16, walked 6, and the opposition hitting .283 against him. You heard Brett Harker in the pregame show. Grant's issue the last couple of outings has been a little more than just location, keeping the ball down. And it will be imperative that he does that against this team. He has given up a team-high 9 home runs, and this is the 3rd best home run hitting team in the country, so it's imperative that the Furman left-hander hit his spots, keep him off balance with that changeup. And we'll see how it goes. Ryan Hagan, Matt Meter, J.T. Thomas, top 3rd of the Mercer order. And as Hagan stands in, Sherman toes the rubber and looks in for the sign. Lefty winds and delivers, and the first pitch is a little bit outside ball 1, and we are underway. First pitch, 4:02 p.m. Good to have you with us here on the Furman IMG Sports Network, and those of you who are watching via the live video feed on YouTube. Fly ball, deep left field. Carter Grote going back. It's 1-0. Ryan Hagan hit his first homer of the season yesterday in the 9th inning. His very next at-bat today, his 2nd home run of the season, and Mercer, just like that, a 1-0 lead. 2nd homer, 14th RBI. And a rather inauspicious beginning for the Paladins here this afternoon. Umpires, Mike Cheek behind the plate, Ted Miller on the first base side, Vic Carell on the third base side. Now here's Matt Meter, the second baseman. 329 the average with 16 RBIs. Hit leadoff yesterday, was pinch hit for in the 8th inning. Right-handed batter and chops one towards short. 2 bounces for Hebner toward the bag. His throw is low, and Elmy can't dig it out. That'll be a throwing error on Hebner. His 5th of the season. And coming into this one, the Paladins have committed just 1 error in their last 6 games. The defense has really settled down. And a relatively routine play there for Hebner, and can't keep the throw out of the dirt. Elmy couldn't pick it, and now J.T. Thomas will step in. Thomas hitting .343 on the year, and the first pitch is downstairs for a ball. Defensively for the Paladins, Brandon Elmy at first, Sims Griffith at second, Hebner at short, Jake Crawford at third. Left to right in the outfield, Carter Grote, Sky Overton, and Landon Kay. Jason Costa behind the plate. The 1-0. Smash. Backhanded by Crawford at third. Goes to second for 1. On to first. That is a double play. And there is some fine defense for you as Jake Crawford playing in, even with the bag. Backhanded that smash down the line, and they turned it around the horn, 5-4-3. And there are 2 outs.
Number 18, Charlie Madden.
Now here's Charlie Madden. 327. He put up a rare 0 for 4 last night. Second nationally in home runs with 11. Leads the SoCon in RBIs with 33. Batting with 2 outs and the bases empty. And First pitch from Sherman is downstairs, a ball. Now, first batter aside, Hagan hitting the home run, next two guys getting ground balls. That would be a welcome sight all game long for Mr. Sherman. Madden swings and fouls it away right side. 1-1. Right-handed batter settling back into the box, and the pitch, and he got in on his fist. He fouled it straight back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Mentioned last night, Madden's 18-game streak of reaching base came to an end with that 0 for 4. He is having a marvelous season to this point. 1-2 pitch. Big breaking ball stays high, and it's 2-2. Danny Edgeworth, the third baseman, on deck. Sherman winds in the break-even pitch. Came inside again and just missed the corner. And the count goes full at 3-2. Costa framed it there for just an extra second, but Mike Cheek wouldn't bite. Now the payoff pitch on the way. And a big swing, and he fouls it straight back over our head now to play. You know, we talked about Mercer's prowess with the long ball. The 3 they hit last night and the 1 today give them 47 on the season. One thing they didn't have to do last night. There's a breaking ball. Strike 3 called. And the inning is over. Took something off of it, locked him up on the inside part of the plate. And we'll talk about their proficiency putting down the sacrifice bunt coming up a little bit later on. But they get the run on the hit. There was an error, nobody left. And we head to the bottom of inning number 1. It's Mercer 1, Furman coming to bat. And you're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again. Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show. Paladins coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Trailing 1-0 on the Ryan Hagan leadoff home run on the second pitch of the game. Austin Cox, left-hander, sophomore, gets the call for Craig Gibson's Bears. 6'3", 205-pounder from right there in Macon. Hometown boy. Making his 8th start. 2-1, a 6.04 earned run average. 28 in the third innings. 37 hits, 21 runs, 19 earned. Struck out 37, only walked 9. Opposing hitters getting him at a 314 clip. And like Sherman has had his problems giving up a long ball. He's allowed 6 of them this season. First pitch to Landon Kay was inside for a ball. And the second pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Over to get it backhand style is Jackson Ware. Landon Kay, a big turn, heads back to the bag. And the Paladins with a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the first inning.
Defensively for the Bears, Hunter Benning at first, Matt Meter at second, Ryan Hagan at short, Danny Edgeworth at third. Alex Hansen in center. To his right and left is Jackson Ware, and to his left and right is Trey Truitt. J.T. Thomas behind the plate. Here's Carter Grote, but first a toss over to first base will chase Kay back to the bag. Grote 309, a homer and 19 RBIs. 2 for 5 last night, including what at the time was a huge 2-run single in the 7th inning that gave Furman a 3-0 lead. Takes the pitch high, ball 1. Cox sets the 1-0. Grote swings and hits it in the air down the right field line. Twisting foul, and nobody's going to get there. Trey Truitt, the right fielder, came up a couple of strides short, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on the senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Cox's long outing this year, 6 1/3, 2 starts ago. Long set, the 1-1 pitch. Runner goes, a 1-hopper back to the mound. Only play will be to first. And Grote is retired. Kay advances to second base. And the Paladins have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out for Brandon Elming. He has gone 6 innings even 3 other occasions. His last start against Georgia Tech, he lasted just 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 3 runs and 3 hits in that time. So here's Elmy with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Bottom of the first, and he takes it at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. Brandon 1 for 4 last night. 1-0 Mercer, a leadoff homer, the second pitch of the game for Ryan Hagan. Paladins have Landon Kay at second, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And Elmy launches one back into left field. Where, though, he'll get back and he won't be able to make the play. It drops on the warning track. Kay will come around and score. Into second is Elmy, and we're tied at a run apiece. That ball had some hook to it, it looked like, and Ware got turned around a couple of times, finally tried to make a backhanded catch near the warning track and couldn't do so. And the Paladins have tied it here in the bottom of the first inning. So an RBI double for Elmy, his 18th run batted in of the season. And now here's Jason Costa getting the start behind the plate after DHing last night. And he lays off a breaking ball down. Costa was 1 for 4 with an RBI last night. So each team has scored a run in the first inning. Furman a chance to add on here. The 1-0. Breaking ball outside corner, a strike. It's 1-1. Huge hole on the left side of the infield. You're going to see their corner infielders more often than not. Edgeworth at third, Benning at first, playing deep and close to the line, only a couple of steps off as a normal defensive alignment. Here's Cox with the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball down. It's 1-2. And with a runner out at second base in Elmy, shortstop Hagan and the second baseman Meter both cheating a bit towards the bag. So really you've got gaping holes on both sides of the infield. And the outfield is straight away for Costa. He's behind 1-2. And the pitch. Thomas set up outside. The pitch came down and in. He had to lunge back to his left for it. 2-2. Costa looking for something here on the break-even pitch. Cox checks the runner, delivers, and he struck him out swinging. Good breaking ball. Down and in. Costa swung right over the top of it, 2 down. First strikeout for the Mercer lefty, and now here's Sky Overton.
Center fielder, number 17, Sky Overton.
Pair of hits last night, including his 3rd home run of the season, a solo shot in the 8th inning that looked like a nice insurance run, made it 4-0 at the time. Proved to be 1 run short. And he chops this one foul past third base coach Taylor Harbin, strike 1. 299 the average. Those 3 homers, he's knocked in 13. By the way, that double by Elmy extends his hitting streak to 11 in a row. Comes the strike 1 pitch to Overton, way high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jabari Richards on deck. Each team has scored a run here in the 1st inning. Furman has Elmy out at 2nd with 2 down. His double bringing in Landon Kay. Costa has struck out swinging for the 2nd out, and now a 1-1 pitch coming to Sky Overton. Here it is. Outside, 2-1. Dimensions here, 330 down both lines, 395 to straightaway center, 371 to right center, and 350 to short porch and left center field. A couple of folks taking in the game from the hillside out in left and left center on a gorgeous day for baseball. 2-1 pitch, and the breaking ball stays high and away again, 3-1 to Sky Overton. .76 degrees and sunshine, our game time look at the weather, and no wind. Stark departure from what we had last night. 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside. Overton started to take a step towards first base and then kind of hung in for a moment just to see if Mike Cheek was going to ring him up. He didn't.
Designated hitter, number 6.
And that'll extend the inning for Jabari Richards. Jabari did not get the start last night against a right-hander, but is in against a lefty tonight. He is one of the hotter members of this Furman lineup here over the last 10 games. Hitting .367 during that span. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Hasn't gotten many swings against left-handed pitching this season, but when he's been up there, he's been good. He's 4 for 10. And he's got a chance here to get Furman on the board first. Or actually break the tie. Already on the board. It's 1-1. Behind a strike. Pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 2. And Jabari in a big hole now. No balls and 2 strikes. Sims Griffith on deck. Elmy the lead runner at 2nd. Overton at 1st. Cox trying to strand him. He's up. No balls and 2 strikes on Jabari Richards, and the pitch high and away. Trying to get him to go after a fastball out of the zone. So we'll see a 1-2 pitch now. I was watching him in the batting practice and was really working on hitting the ball the other way, hitting it to left and left center. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, and he struck him out swinging. Went away from him, and Richards couldn't catch up to it. And the inning is over. But the Paladins score a run to tie it on 2 hits. 2 men are left on. We head to the 2nd. Furman 1 and Mercer 1. And you're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
I was surprised recently when I learned that Americans spend $80 billion a year on illegal sports gambling. Sure, that's spread out over millions of gamblers, but still it makes you wonder where that money's coming from. Unfortunately, too often it's coming from money that was intended to buy groceries, pay the mortgage, or even put children through college. If gambling's had a negative impact on your life, call the SC Gambling Hotline toll-free at 877-452-5155. Help is confidential and available 24 hours a day. A message from the South Carolina Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services.
Palmetto Pride, South Carolina's anti-litter and beautification organization, would like you to do your part to help keep South Carolina beautiful. Don't litter. Report litter bugs and litter hotspots by calling the Litter Buster hotline at 1-877-7-LITTER or by using our Trash Tracker app.
No one trashes South Carolina. No one trashes my state.
1-1 game as we move to the second inning. Danny Edgeworth, Hunter Benning, Jackson Ware, 5, 6, and 7 in the Mercer lineup. Edgeworth, the lone left-handed bat, hitting .381 on the year. 4 home runs and has driven in 27. Getting a little bit of a breeze beginning to pick up. Here's a ground ball that'll sneak through the hole into left field, a base hit. Didn't hit it hard, but Crawford was pulled in at third. Hebner was shading up the middle at short, and Edgeworth found the hole. That is their second hit. And now Hunter Benning. He hit one of the 3 home runs they hit in the 9th inning last night, and it was a 3-run shot that got him on the board. Turned a 4-0 game into a 4-3 contest. The next batter, Ryan Hagan, tied it. As we mentioned, that was his first home run of the season. Then 1 out later, Alex Hansen untied it with his 3rd. Strike 1 to Benning, 306. 8 homers now and 26 runs batted in. Way out in front of an off-speed pitch down. It's 0-2. 2 strikes. Overton moves over towards right center, so a lot of room in left center now. And a chopper foul down the third baseline. Willie Stewart coaches third for Craig Gibson, Ian Humphrey at first. Pitching coach and recruiting coordinator used to have the same titles here at Furman a number of years ago, Brent Shade. The 0-2 pitch again, and he misses low and away. 1-2. Jackson Ware on deck. 1-1 ball game, second game of this 3-game SoCon series. Sherman ready with the 1-2. And he comes inside and Benning fouls it away. With a win today, Mercer would clinch its 14th consecutive weekend series. It's going back to April of last year. It's been an incredible model of consistency on the weekends. The 1-2 pitch again, and he sawed him off. Slow roller to second. Only play for Griffith will be the first. He was playing back. Had to charge it. Edgeworth able to get to second base. So not one of their scheduled sacrifice bunts, but it serves the same purpose. We're talking about that at the end of the last inning. Not only do they hit the home run with great regularity, 3rd most in the country coming into the series, but they've also put down 41 sacrifice bunts on the season. So they've been able to do it with the long ball and the small ball. Go ahead run out at second with 1 out. And here's the left fielder, Jackson Ware. 300 hitter, and he takes strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner. Hit second last night, went 1 for 4. Had the first hit of the game for the Bears last night off Will Gaddis, a 2-out infield single in the 6th inning. The 0-1 line drive, that'll be caught by Griffith at second, but Edgeworth read it all the way and easily gets back to the bag, 2 down. So now Trey Truitt.
Number 8, Trey Truitt.
He was 0 for 2 last night before getting pinch hit for in the 8th inning. His average at 258 on the season. Minimally better with runners in scoring position, 280. Takes it down and in, ball 1. 1-1 game here in the top of the 2nd inning with Edgeworth at second and 2 down. He singled leading off the inning and advanced to second on Hunter Benning's rollout to Griffith at second base. Ware is lined out softly to Griffith, and now the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield is back. In fact, Hebner back at the edge of the grass at shortstop with the right-handed hitter. Shading up the middle a bit. And here's a ground ball to Crawford. And Jake will just put the tag on the runner coming to third. He ran right into the 3rd out of the inning. And that'll take care of things here in the top of the 2nd. Fielder's choice for Truitt. Edgeworth out 5 unassisted for the 3rd out. A hit, and they strand a runner. Middle of the 2nd. Furman 1 and Mercer 1 on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When it comes to commercial vehicles, break through the clutter with a new Sprinter Worker from Freightliner. Otherwise, your work van isn't getting it done. The Sprinter Worker carries over 1.5 tons with over 300 cubic feet of space and unmatched safety. It starts at just $32,495 with a service interval of up to 20,000 miles. Huge capacity, starting at just $32,495. From Christopher Trucks, Whitehorse at I-85, ChristopherTrucks.com.
Spirit Communications, built for your business and the upstate's choice for voice, data, internet, and fiber services. Let us show you the future with our cutting-edge, unified cloud-based products backed with live 24/7 customer support. Call 517-1200 or click spiritcom.com. Spirit Communications is a proud sponsor of Furman Athletics.
Spirit Communications, keeping you connected.
The series wraps up tomorrow here at Latham Stadium with a 1 o'clock start, 12:45 pregame show. And then on Tuesday night, we will emanate live from Columbia, South Carolina, as Paladins will take on yet another top 10 ranked opponent in the South Carolina Gamecocks before next week heading to Greensboro for 3. Bottom third of the order, Griffith, Hebner, and Crawford against Cox, and Sims Griffith swings and misses at the first pitch. 225 the average, a homer, and 5 RBIs. Had a hit and a sacrifice bunt last night. He swings here, and he's behind no balls and 2 strikes. Cox gave up 2 hits and a run in the first inning, but pitched out of further trouble, stranding a couple. Here's a ball in the dirt, 1-2. Lefty shakes off a sign, now gets what he wants, the 1-2 pitch. Big breaking ball, strike 3 call. Griffith knew it. 3rd strikeout for Cox. 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring Brett Hebner to the plate. Brett had a couple of hits last night.
Now batting shortstop, number 41.
Was robbed of a potential 3rd one in the 9th inning. Average up to 222 with an RBI. Right-handed batter in the first pitch. He swings and fouls it straight back, 0-1. Cox, like last night's starter, Ryan Askew, as that ball's pop foul out of play right side, stands straight up as he peers from behind his glove. All you can see is his eyes. But as he goes into his motion, right before he does a little bounce, a little knee bend. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch, and it's down low, 1-2. Jay Crawford waiting on deck. 1-1 game here, bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch to Hebner, and he taps it foul right side of the plate. So Brett hanging around. Count holds at 1-2. Got our email up and running. If you'd like to drop us a line, it's furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. Love to hear from you, no matter where you are and who you're rooting for. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good breaking ball. Just diving down, and Hebner swinging right over the top of it. 2 down and 4 strikeouts already for Cox. And now here's Jake Crawford.
Number 7, Jake Crawford.
Jake had a hit last night. He was robbed of extra bases in the 9th inning on a diving catch by Alex Hansen on the warning track in left center field. Would have put him as a tying run in scoring position with 1 out. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Grounds this one into hole in the left field, a base hit. So Jake's second hit of the series. Furman's 3rd of the game, and first inning, or second inning rather, will continue for Landon Kay. Landon singled, leading off the Paladin first, and scored on the double by Brandon Elmy. Let's see what Jake is doing at first base. He's got a good lead. Not running, and here's a 2-hopper to second base. Meter fields it chest high, throws out Kay, and the inning is over. So 2-out hit, runner left, and after 2, Paladins and the Bears still tied at 1 apiece. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HURT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HURT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors, to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors today. Visit sedanjoyner.com and let's get started. Top of the third, 9-1-2 for the Bears. Alex Hansen will lead it off. He ended up getting the game winner last night, his 3rd home run of the season, the 3rd homer they hit in the top of the 9th inning. And he's wailing at the first pitch for Sherman and comes up empty, strike 1. 295 the average. 18 runs batted in now to go with those 3 long balls. The 0-1, and strike 2 called on the inside corner, and Sherman quickly ahead 0-2.
Leadoff hitter Ryan Hagan is next, and then Matt Meter. The three due up here in the inning. Grant's 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. 1-2 the count. They give Hanson a bunch of room out in left center. He strikes out swinging on a dandy breaking ball down and in. Second strikeout for Grant Sherman. And now back to the top of the order for Ryan Hagan, who hit the second pitch of the game out of here to left center field for his second home run of the season. As we mentioned, his first came last night following the Benning 3-run homer. He also took Heath Hawkins deep, and that tied the game at 4. Breaking ball down, ball 1. Outfield straight away for him. Long look in to Costa, now the pitch. And there's a breaking ball strike. One ball and one strike. 1-1 game here in the top of the third inning. One out, nobody on. The pitch lined into left field this time. Grote coming on, diving, and he makes the catch. Coming straight towards home plate, diving full out, took one away from Hagan. Put a star by that one, 2 down. Now here's Meter, who reached on a throwing error by the shortstop Hebner in the first inning. Right-handed batter, first pitch to him is on the outside corner at the knee, strike 1. Sherman winds the 0-1 pitch. Pop foul. First base side down near the tarp and out of play. Elmy over to give it a look. Actually went into a slide to avoid running into the tarp. So no balls and 2 strikes. JT Thomas waiting on deck. Sherman rocks in the 0-2. Oh, look out. That one hit him in the face. Came up and in and got away from him, and it hit him, looked like in the left cheek or... Oh, my goodness. And he is in some obvious pain. Trainers rushing out. And he is lying flat on his back and being tended to outside of the right-handed batter's box. So 0-2 pitch, and Sherman was trying to show him a fastball out of the strike zone up and in, and it just got away from him. And Meter never moved. It looked like the ball hit him flush. Brought out looks like a towel and an ice pack, and they are still tending to him. Haven't taken his helmet off of him yet. Farmers trainer Mike Brown is out there. And they're going to get a couple of teammates to come out and help Meter off the field. He is up in a sitting position now. And obviously he is going to have to leave the game. Now he takes his helmet off. And they're going to help him to his feet. His slowly, with assistance, making his way off the field, and as you might imagine, a very nice and reverential round of applause for the young man. That is very scary, and you may have just heard from the crowd mic that they're going to have to take him to the hospital. So Mike Brown coming over to the Mercer dugout to assist. Meanwhile, a pinch runner has checked in at first base. Stephen Taylor. And we are still in a waiting mode here at Latham Stadium. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more in this 1-1 game right after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
Let me tell you something, Cowboy. This rookie can really bring the heat.
He's smoky and spicy with a Chipotle style all his own.
It's a new Montgomery Inn Chipotle barbecue sauce. Make it a part of your home team.
Available now at your neighborhood grocer or online at CincyFavorites.com.
We're back at Latham Stadium while they are still tending to Matt Meter down at the far end of the Mercer dugout. Grant Sherman took a couple of warm-up tosses, and then Brett Harker, just before we get ready to go back into play, comes out to talk to his redshirt sophomore left-hander. So Stephen Taylor in the game, pinch running. And say a prayer for Matt Meter and hope that he's going to be okay. But they are, as you may have heard over the crowd mic, they are going to take him to the hospital. Here's J.T. Thomas grounded into a double play in the first inning, and the first pitch from Sherman's down low, a ball. One the score, 2 outs here in the third. 1-0. Breaking ball, strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Infield, except for Elmy, of course, holding on the runner. Everybody else back deep. There's a line drive out of the reach of Crawford into left field for a base hit. Grote gets to it quickly, gets it back in. Taylor stops at second. Thomas, his first hit. That's 3 of them now for the Bears. And Charlie Madden will bat with 2 on and 2 out.
Number 18, Charlie Madden.
I was mistaken on the pinch runner. It was 17, not 12. It's Crotty, not Taylor. Thank Hunter Reed for clearing that up. And the first pitch to Madden is taken for ball 1. Madden hits .353 with runners in scoring position. That's the situation here with 2 on and 2 out. And down low. 2 balls and no strikes. So it's Alex Crotty, the pinch runner at second. And at first, J.T. Thomas. 2 balls, no strikes to pitch. And he misses low, ball 3. So 3-0 to Madden with Danny Edgeworth on deck. Inning started off with Hansen striking out swinging. Carter Grote robbed Ryan Hagan of a base hit with a diving play in left, but then Meter hit in the face by an 0-2 pitch. Crotty pinch runs. Thomas singles. Now the 3-0, and they turn Madden loose. Diving stop of the smash by Crawford. He gets up, throws him out at second, and that's the inning, and put a star by that one. That one likely saved a run and ends the inning. They let him swing 3-0. He had a rocket left side, and Crawford diving to his left took a hit away, and the inning is over. 5-4 on the out of Thomas at second base. A hit and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the third. Furman 1 and Mercer 1 on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You can party hardy at your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. ABC can set you up with tents, chairs, tables, even Furman table linens to let everyone know your blood runneth purple. How about some inflatables or mechanical rides for the kids to really make it special? ABC Party Rentals is conveniently located near Woodruff Road and I-385. When you tailgate at a Furman football game, do it right with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. Don't wait. Check them out now at abcgreenville.com.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
1-1 game as we head to the bottom of the third. 2, 3, and 4 in the Furman batting order for Brett Harker's club against the lefty Austin Cox. Alex Crotty remains in the game. He'll go to third, and Danny Edgeworth will move from third to second. So Carter Grote steps in. He get a slow roller back to the mound with Landon Kay in motion in the first inning. The out was made on Grote at first, and that ended up being fairly big because Elmy then doubled, and Kay scored easily from second base to tie the game at 1. And the first pitch to Grote is a fastball outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Fly ball, center field, Hansen. Backing now, coming in a few steps. He's got it, and there's 1 out. Now Elmy, who's produced Furman's only run with that double.
First baseman, number 43.
His 18th run batted in of the season, tying Landon Kay for second on the club behind Grote's 19. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses inside, ball 1. Pitch and a ground ball off of Crotty, ricocheting out towards second base. He'll run it down and pick it up one-handed, and that'll be his second error of the season. Ball's hit fairly hard in a short hop. It came up, ricocheted off of him, and rolled 3/4 of the way to the second base bag. Now Costa, who struck out swinging his first time up. So each team now has committed an error in the game. And here's the first pitch to Costa, and he rifles one into left field, a base hit. Elmy will stop at second. Costa's first hit, 4th for the Paladins, and now Sky Overton bats with 2 on and 1 out. Sky walked in the first inning.
Now batting center fielder number 17, Sky Overton.
267 hitter with runners in scoring position. Got a chance to break the tie here and improve on that number. First pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner, a strike. Again, big holes on both sides of the infield with their defensive alignment. Outfield straight away. 2 on, 1 out. 1-1 game, bottom of the third. 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, another strike on the outside corner, and Overton quickly behind at 0-2. Jabari Richards on deck. Overton has taken 2 breaking balls that have both come back and gotten the outside corner for strikes. He finds himself in a deep, deep hole here. Cox nods the okay. The 0-2 pitch, and he misses up and away, 1-2. Take a look at some scores of other games in the SoCon. Do it after this pitch. Here comes the 1-2 to Overton. And he misses down and away, 2-2. Wofford beat Villanova, first game of a doubleheader, 7-3. And the second game, top of the fourth, Wofford leading 11-0. They're the only team playing out of conference today. Greensboro batting, actually East Tennessee State batting in the bottom of the ninth, trailing Greensboro 9-6. 2-2 pitch is shot foul left side. Top of the eighth, Citadel batting, trailing 5-0 at Western Carolina. And top of the third, Samford batting and trailing VMI 1-0 up in Lexington, Virginia. Count holding at 2-2 on Overton. Elmy at second, Costa at first, 1 out here, bottom of the third. Cox a long look into Thomas, nods the okay. Now the 2-2 again, and a number rolling towards first base, and this is going to be a base hit for Overton. Diving, didn't have to, didn't want to take any chances. Benning was playing back, and it was like a swinging bunt that got by the mound, and by the time Cox ran it down, or Benning ran it down rather, really no play. And the bases are loaded for Jabari Richards. Elmy advancing to third, Costa to second.
Now batting, designated hitter
Jabari struck out swinging in the first inning.
Richards.
He is 1 for 1 with the bases loaded this year. Getting an opportunity here to get his club in the lead. Outfield straight away for him. And now Richards asks for time. Again, a big hole left side. Crotty about 3 or 4 steps behind the bag and off the line, but the shortstop, Hagan, shading well up the middle. All right, here we go. Lefty versus lefty. First pitch, and he's out in front of a breaking ball and taps it foul. Over to Sims Griffith in the on-deck circle, strike 1. Big moment early in this game. Put it in play on the ground somewhere. Chances are you're going to get a run in. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, strike 2. That pitch looked like it was high. But for the second straight at bat, Richards finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Cox has struck out 4, has walked 1. The 0-2 to Richards. Outside. 1-2. Barry standing there with the back cocked and loaded as Cox straightens up. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, line down the left field line. That ball's hit well, and it's a foul ball. Little too much slice to it. Landed about 3 feet foul down the left field line. And everybody will retreat back to their respective bases. Elmy to third, Costa to second, Overton to first. Didn't miss extra bases by much there. Now digging back in with the count holding at 1-2. Lefty with the pause at the letters and the pitch. And he struck him out swinging again. Fastball away. Second time he's gotten Richards. 2 down. 5 strikeouts now. And it's up to Sims Griffith, who struck out looking his first time up. Sims 0 for, well, here's the first pitch. Outside ball 1. 0 for 2 with the bases loaded. 2 outs now. Bases still loaded, looking for a hit here. Give his team the lead. The 1-0. Breaking ball down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Inning began with Grote flying out to center. Elmy reached on an error. Costa singled. Overton an infield single. Richards struck out. And now the 2-0 to Griffith. Ground ball, Crotty makes a nice pickup. He'll take it to the bag, and the inning is over. Golden opportunity, and the Paladins can't cross the plate. Costa forced out, 5 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 hits, 3 left. After 3, Furman and Mercer still tied 1 apiece here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Everyone wants to save money. Greenville Heritage Federal Credit Union's Sweetheart Deal will put more cash in your pocket every month. Refinance your current car loan or finance a new car in February and get a 2% rate discount and 60 days with no payment. With rates as low as 1.99%, you could save hundreds of dollars in payments and interest. Call 370-5670 or visit greenvilleheritage.com to find out how much you can save. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, you want to go to Bojangles?
Sure.
Oh, come on. The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back.
I just said I wanted to go.
It's a light, flaky, wild-caught Alaskan pollock fillet.
I know. I love the Bojangler.
Served on a toasted buttered bun, and it's only here for a limited time at participating restaurants, so you have to come.
You know what? You've convinced me.
People tell me I'm very persuasive.
I bet they do.
The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back. Try one today. Bojangles. It's Bojangler time.
3 inning totals. Furman a run, 5 hits and 1 error. Mercer a run, 3 hits and 1 error. It will be 5, 6, and 7. Edgeworth, Benning, and Ware due up. Edgeworth had a base hit leading off the second, but was stranded there as Grant retired the next 3. Lefty versus left-handed batter in the first pitch. On the outside corner, a strike. Each team with a run in the first inning, and that's been it thus far. Ground ball to short. Huebner waits. He gets and he throws, and there's 1 out. Now Hunter Benning, who rolled out to the second baseman Griffith back in the second inning.
Number 44, Hunter Benning.
And again, our email address, furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. Furmanbaseball@yahoo.com. And Benning, first pitch, swinging a fly ball to shallow right. Landon Kay got it, 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Jackson Ware. He lined out softly to Griffith at second base in the second inning.
Jackson Ware.
Sherman nods the okay and his first pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1 called. Grant has struck out 2. He hasn't walked anybody. Has allowed just the 3 hits. Strike 2 called, fastball. And Grant's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get Ware here and retire him in order for the first time today. The 0-2. Fly ball to right. Kay moving toward the line. He's got it. Inning is over. They do go in order. 3 up, 3 down. Middle of the 4th. Still tied at 1 here at Latham Stadium on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Bottom 4th, a Drake Brown signing at the Old Ball Orchard for the 2nd straight day. Former Paladin, now works for Perfect Game. Brett Hebner leads it off, then Jake Crawford and Landon Kay. Hebner struck out swinging his first time up. Cox has punched out 5. He has walked 1 from 51 pitches through the first 3 innings. And Hebner in, and Cox ready to go to work on him. First pitch bounces up there, ball 1. Chamber of Commerce day for baseball here in Greenville. The 1-0 pitch. Outside corner, a strike, 1-1. Lefty shakes off a sign, now gets what he wants. 1-1 pitch, chopped towards third. Crotty gets it on the big bounce. Got it right before the short hop, throws out Hebner, 1 out. Now Crawford, who's singled with 2 outs in the second. Furman's out hit him 5-3. Each team has committed an error. We're tied at 1 here in the 4th. And first pitch swinging, Crawford pops it foul. First base side out of play, Benning over, but runs out of room. Bounces 4 rows up the concrete bleachers. Strike one to Crawford. Landon Kay, the leadoff hitter on deck. The 0-1. And a grounder foul behind Taylor Harbin. At third, it's no balls and 2 strikes. See some of the Paladin basketball players in the stands on the first base side. Jalen Williams, Jonathan Jean, Trey Clark. Ball come out to catch some action. Fastball up 1-2. Now the 1-2 from the lefty. And a fly ball to right. Backing a couple of steps is Truitt. He's got it. And they're 2 down. Now back to the top for Landon Kay. Singled and scored in the first. Bounced to second in the second.
Now batting right fielder, number 44, Landon Kay.
So here's Landon, and here's Cox with the first pitch, and it's outside, ball 1. Outfield straight away, the 1-0. Big swing and a foul off to the right. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Or excuse me, a ball and a strike. Should K reach Carter Grote would be next. The 1-1. Big breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner, and K behind 1-2. Landon in a hole. Pitch, and that breaking ball's low. 2-2 the count. Now Cox ready with the break even. And he misses outside, so he was ahead of K 0-2. And now with 2 outs, getting ready to throw a payoff pitch to the Furman leadoff hitter. Here it comes. And a fly ball, left center field. That ball is going to be one hopping off the wall, out of the reach of the diving Alex Hansen. And Kay into second with a double, and Hansen a little slow getting up out there in the warning track at the 350 sign. I was watching Jackson Ware, and the way he was going, it looked like he thought he had a beat on it, or at least the way it looked to me. And all of a sudden, here comes Hansen diving. Nearly came up with it, reminiscent of the play that he robbed Jake Crawford on last night. So a 2-out double
Number 5, Carter Grote.
for Landon, his 7th 2-bagger of the season. And now Carter Grote, who's bounced back to the mound and flied to center. So a 2-out hit now would likely give Furman the lead. First pitch, way outside, ball 1. Paladins are 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. One of those, though, was the infield single by Overton that loaded the bases. 2 for 5 with 2 outs. The 1-0. Breaking ball outside corner, strike 1. And again, Grote has been very good in these situations. 464 with runners in scoring position, 424 with 2 outs in an inning. So, like last night when he got that 2-out, 2-run single, this is a guy you like at the plate in a situation like this. 1 ball and 1 strike. K at second, 2 down. 1-1 game, bottom of the 4th. Pitch outside, 2-1. Brandon Elmy swinging the bat on deck. Huge hole on the right side for Grote. Second baseman Edgeworth shading way toward the bag. Now he'll go away a little bit as that breaking ball drops on the outside corner, strike 2. So 2-2 the count to Grote. Thomas looking into the dugout to get the pitch call from Brent Shade. Relays it to his left-hander who nods the okay. And the break-even pitch to Carter Grote on the way. And strike 3 swinging. A foul tip into the mid of the catcher, Thomas. And the 2-out opportunity goes by the board. 6 strikeouts now for Andrew Cox. Or Austin Cox, rather. Paladins get a hit, strand a runner after 4. Still 1-1 at Latham Stadium here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a price linked savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Top of the 5th inning, Dan Scott with you here at Latham Stadium. Game 2 of this Southern Conference Weekend Series. And first pitch swinging, the number 8 hitter Trey Truitt, a high lazy fly ball towards the line and right where Landon Kay puts it away, and there's 1 out. Kay has handled the last 3 outs, final 2 of the last inning, and first one here. Now Hanson, the number 9 hitter who struck out swinging, leading off the 3rd. Mercer got a run in the top of the 1st on the Hagan leadoff homer. Paladins answered in the bottom of the 1st on Elmy's RBI double, and that's been it so far. Sherman's first pitch to Hanson is at the knees, a strike. The 0-1, chopped foul, third base side. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Grant's been very pitch efficient today. That's just pitch number 49. 1 out deep into this 5th inning. Ahead 0-2, pitching. Breaking ball, struck him out swinging. Not sure the location was where he wanted it, but fooled Hanson regardless. That is the 3rd strikeout for Sherman. 2 of them at Hanson's expense, and now Hagan, who, as mentioned, homered in the 1st on the 2nd pitch of the game, and then in the 3rd, lined out to Carter Grote on a diving catch in left field, coming straight toward home plate to rob him of a hit. And a breaking ball drops in, strike 1. Sherman's retired 6 straight. Winds in the 0-1. Line drive right center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Overton over to cut it off. Quickly gets it back to the infield, and in doing so holds Hagan to a long single. Nice job by Overton hustling into the gap. Speared it with the left hand, did a 360 spin, and fired a strike back in towards second base. And now Alex Crotty will bat for the first time. He entered the game as a pinch runner in the third inning when Matt Meter was hit by a pitch and had to leave the game. Right-handed batter is Crotty, hitting .308, a homer and 6 RBIs. First pitch to him is a little bit low, ball one. Sherman comes set at the belt. The 1-0 runner goes, taken for a strike. The throw down is not in time and off target. Griffith coming over takes it on the shortstop side of the bag. So stolen base for Hagan. He is now 16 for 16 on the season. And they've got the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 out and a 1-1 count on Alex Crotty. Mercer 0 for 3 so far today with runners in scoring position. 1-1. Strike 2 called on the outside corner, and Sherman ahead now 1-2. Grant trying to strand that runner out at second base and keep this baby tied. Sets. And the runner goes. 1-2 pitch, chopped towards Hebner. Big second bounce. His throw, a little bit low, but Elmy digs it out. And the inning is over. So the 2-out hit, stolen base, but the runner is stranded, and we're halfway through game 2 of this weekend. Furman 1, Mercer 1 on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a price-linked savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Bottom of the 5th. 1-1. Mercer won the opener last night 5-4, rallying for 5 runs in the 9th inning. After Will Gaddis went 8 shutout innings, limiting them to just 2 hits. Struck out 10 and ends up with another no decision.
Leading on the bottom of the 50, first baseman, number 43,
Grant Sherman and Austin Cox locked in a good one here so far today. Brandon Elmy leads it off. He's been on both times. Double and an error, and he takes a breaking ball outside, ball 1. Double in the first, drove in his 18th run of the year. 1-0, and he chopped that one off of his foot out onto the grass in front of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to thank Michelle Griffith and the parents for hooking me up with a little low-carb version of their meal from Moe's today. Very nicely done. Thank you very much. 1-1 from Elmy. Or to Elmy, as down and in from Cox. 2-1.
Hey, it's the first thing on top.
Costa next, then Overton. The 3 due up in the inning. And Cox took too much time for Elmy. He asked for time. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. So the count even up on Elmy. And now the break-even pitch on the way. And it's in the air to right center field. Hanson on the run. He'll get there. Crossing in front of the right fielder, Truitt, to put it away, 1 out. Now Costa, who struck out and singled in 2 times up.
Catcher number 9, Jason Costa.
Right-handed batter waiting, and Cox goes into that knee bend in the first pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1. Looked like Costa wanted to pull the trigger on it, but couldn't make himself, and ended up costing him a strike. It's final in Johnson City. Greensboro holds on for a 9-7 win to even that series up at a game apiece. The 0-1. Popped it up behind the plate. Thomas gazing skyward. Drops the mask, makes the catch, and one catcher retires the other, 2 down. Western Carolina beat the Citadel 6-0. Catamounts up 2-0 in that series. Sanford VMI tied at a run apiece, bottom of the 4th. And in the second game of that doubleheader, top of the 6th, Wofford batting, leading 13-0 at Villanova. They won the first game 7-3. Here's Overton, who's walked and reached on an infield single. Takes a breaking ball down and in and hit him on the foot. So Overton will trot on down to first base. Craig Gibson's going to come out and argue that the ball didn't hit Overton. I think he wants him to ask one of the other umpires, but whatever explanation he got from Mike Cheek apparently satisfied him. And now Jabari Richards going to be taken down, and right-handed batting freshman Trent Alley will come on. So here in the 5th, Richards was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts against the lefty. And now the freshman Alley hitting .235 in limited time on the season with 3 runs batted in. And he swings in a slow roller left side. The shortstop Hagan fields, rounding off, throws, and he got it. That's a nice play by Hagan, who was able to round it off, moving toward the hole and get his momentum coming back somewhat forward to get more on the throw. And he gets Alley, and the inning is over. So Paladins strand a runner, and we are through 5, still tied 1 apiece here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When you go in search of a fence company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at FaulknerFenceCompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics.
On we go to the 6th in a 1-1 game. And it will be 3, 4, and 5 in the Mercer batting order against Grant Sherman. Grant has struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody, has thrown 56 pitches through the first 5 innings. And J.T. Thomas, first pitch swinging, a fly ball to right. It's been quite busy out there of late for Landon Kay, who puts it away, and there's one down. Thomas 1 for 3. Now Charlie Madden, who struck out and bounced into a fielder's choice. A smash that Crawford,
Number 18, Charlie Madden.
diving to his left, able to pick it up and throw to second to get the force of Thomas to end the 3rd inning and save a run. Keep this game tied. Madden 0 for 6 in the series. First pitch. And it's off the end of the bat to the left. Just missed that one. Grote makes the catch, and they are 2 down. Just a little too far out in front of it. Madden comes up empty again. And Hunter Benning will bat with 2 outs and the bases empty. He's 1 for 2.
Number 44, Hunter Benning. Correction, number 21, Danny Edgeworth.
Actually, it's Danny Edgeworth who's 1 for 2. And then Benning. Benning was the on-deck hitter. He was just going up to get the bat that Charlie Madden left at the plate. So Edgeworth single leading off the 2nd, bounced to short leading off the 4th. And Sherman's first pitch, down and in, ball 1. Grant's retired 9 in the last 10 that he's faced. Now Edgeworth asks for time. Now the 1-0. Low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield straight away for the left-handed batter. The 2-0. Fly ball to left. Grote going back, still going, and at the edge of the warning track, he makes the catch. And the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down again for Grant Sherman. Middle of the 6th, still a 1-1 game here at Latham Stadium on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again. Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show. Bottom of the 6th, bottom of the order for the Paladins as we continue here at Latham Stadium in a 1-1 game. Sims Griffith will lead it off, then Brett Hebner and Jake Crawford against Austin Cox. Struck out 6, walked 1. 78 pitches he's thrown through the first 5. And with that, they've got a righty beginning to loosen down in their bullpen as Griffith rips that one foul outside of third. Strike 1. Robert Broom who finished up last night's game starting to throw. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lefty winds in the 1-1 pitch. This is outside, 2-1. And now 3-1 as he misses high. Paladins have only gotten the leadoff hitter aboard once in this game, and that was the first inning when Kay singled leading off and scored Furman's only run. 3-1 pitch. High ball 4, almost hit him, and there you go. Leadoff man aboard here in the 6th. That is walk number 2 for the Mercer lefty.
Shortstop, number 41.
And now Brett Hebner. He is watching Taylor Harbin run through the signs down at third. And Crotty, the third baseman, anticipating a bunt, has already moved in inside the bag. And Hebner squares. And a throw to first. And Griffith is only a couple steps off the bag. He got back easily. So Hebner's job is to get this bunt down and get Griffith into scoring position. Squaring, and the pitch, and it does get down a beauty. Crotty fields, the third baseman, only play to first. Retires Hebner, but the sacrifice works. 5-3 on the out. Griffith advances to second, and now Crawford will hit with the go-ahead run in scoring position and 1 down. Jake's 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd, flying to right in the 4th. And an opportunity here to strike a blow for his team, hitting .250 with runners in scoring position. First pitch, breaking ball stays high, ball 1. A long look into his catcher. Still looking. Now comes set, the 1-0. And a ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop, Hagan. That ball was ticketed. There's no play, infield single. That ball was going into center field, but it hit the side of the mound and took a left-handed turn to it. And that allowed Hagan to get to the ball. With the dive, saves a run for the time being. Infield hit. Griffith advances to third, and the Paladins have him on the corners with 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, number 44, Landon Kay.
I mean, that ball took a decided left-hand turn. That's literally a bad bounce for the Paladins. Here comes Brent Shade, the pitching coach, making a slow walk out to the mound. Leadoff hitter Landon Kay will be next. Shade has his entire infield gathered around him. So not only is he checking on his pitcher, but also no doubt talking about what to do here in this first and third situation with 1 out. Mike Cheek, the home plate umpire, coming out to break up the meeting, and Shade signals to the bullpen, we're going to have a pitching change. So an Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen. We will tell you about the new pitcher when we come back in just a moment here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again.
Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show.
Robert Broom, who got the save here last night, called on in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 1-1 game in Furman with runners on the corners and 1 out. Broom making his 18th appearance, all in relief. That one save, he's 4-1, and a 276 earned run average. Sidewinder. And last night, he retired all 3 Paladins he faced. He got defensive gems on the first 2. A ball Crawford hit up the middle that second baseman Edgeworth made a sliding backhanded pick of and a throw to get Crawford, and then, or that was Hebner rather, then Crawford hit a ball into the deep left center field alley that Hansen made a diving catch on. And then he struck out Carter Grote to end the game after Landon Kay had extended the game with a hit. So he comes on here with Griffith at third, Crawford at first, 1 out. And Kay, the leadoff hitter, up, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored. So the middle of the infield will play back at double play depth. Benning holding on the runner at first. And a bluff to third and a look back at first. I've said it before and I said it again. They outlawed that in the big leagues a couple of years ago. They should do the same in college baseball. First pitch. And Kay jumped away from it and it broke back over the inside corner for a strike. Paladins had the bases loaded with 1 out in the 3rd and couldn't score. Now runners on the corners with 1 out in the 6th. And way outside with that breaking ball, 1-1. Crawford's only attempted 1 stolen base this year. He was successful. He's got a good lead at first. The 1-1. Kay pops it up behind the plate, right side, and it'll drift back into the stands. And Landon behind now, a ball and 2 strikes.
I'd like to remind fans, please return all foul balls to the merchandise trailer or to the Furman dugout. Thank you.
So, Kay behind 1-2. Outfield straight away for the right-handed batter. Griffith leading down the line at third. Crawford again a good lead at first. Broom straightens up. And his 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and away, 2-2. So he's battled back to even the count. Right-hander sets, 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he popped it foul again. Kay watching as Taylor Harbin goes through the signs at third, now steps back in, taps the head of the bat on the plate. Broom straightens up. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Breaking ball up in his eyes. And he swings through it for the strikeout, 2 down. First strikeout for Broom, and now Carter Grote, who, as mentioned, Broom struck out to end the game last night. Kay at
Number 5, Carter Grote.
actually retired all three. It was Crawford who was robbed on the ground ball. Kay was robbed on the diving play by Hansen, and then Grote struck out. And that one floats in there high, ball one. So Carter again in a 2-out run scoring situation like he was in the fourth, and he struck out swinging on a foul tip. Got another opportunity with runners on the corners and 2 down, and that one's outside, 2-0. 1-1 game here, bottom of the 6th inning. Paladins have stranded 8 so far and have 2 more on now. Broom ready, and the 2-0 pitch to Carter Grote. Swing and a miss. Out in front of a breaking ball that spun in there. I mean, it landed right in the middle of the hitting zone, but Carter was way out in front of it. 2-1. Brandon Elmy on deck, hoping to get a chance. Broom's 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. And a high foul out of play left side. It's 2-2. Threw him a very similar pitch that time, and Carter got a piece of it, but was way out in front. So 2-2. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 outs. Broom versus Grote in a 1-1 game in the 6th. Sidewinder straightens up, and his break-even pitch with runner going, and it's grounded foul outside of third. So Crawford back to first. We'll do it all over again. Grote settling back into the box. Broom with the ball in his bare hand behind his back. Left hand on his thigh as he bends over to get the sign. Now he straightens up and comes set. Crawford goes, a 2-2 again. It's hit in the air. Back into left. Going back is Ware to the wall, and he makes the catch. Grote just missed one. Inning is over, and another opportunity goes by the boards for the Paladins here in the 6th. They strand 2, and through 6, Furman 1, Mercer 1. And you're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
I was surprised recently when I learned that Americans spend $80 billion a year on illegal sports gambling. Sure, that's spread out over millions of gamblers, but still it makes you wonder where that money's coming from. Unfortunately, too often it's coming from money that was intended to buy groceries, pay the mortgage, or even put children through college. If gambling's had a negative impact on your life, call the SC Gambling Hotline toll-free at 877-452-5155. Help is confidential and available 24 hours a day. A message from the South Carolina Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Services.
Palmetto Pride, South Carolina's anti-litter and beautification organization, would like you to do your part to help keep South Carolina beautiful. Don't litter. Report litter bugs and litter hotspots by calling the Litter Buster hotline at 1-877-7-LITTER or by using our Trash Tracker app.
No one trashes South Carolina. No one trashes my state.
6-inning totals. Furman a run, 7 hits, 1 error. They've left 10. Mercer, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They've stranded 4. Grant Sherman, 61 pitches through 6 innings. He'll face 6, 7, and 8. Benning, Ware, and Truitt. Hunter Benning 0 for 2. A grounder to second, a fly ball to right. And Sherman's first pitch just inside, ball 1. Grant winds the 1-0. Here's a breaking ball strike, 1-1. Brett Harker talked about it in the pregame. Issue the last 2 starts has been location for the most part. Not getting the downward angle on the fastball or the changeup. Having the ball flatten out on him, and when that happens, bad things happen. He has been outstanding here today. 2-1 now, the count on Benning leading off. And now just as he starts into his windup, time is called. Grant has struck out 3. He hasn't walked anybody. Now the 2-1 pitch. Just missed inside, and it's 3-1. Well, I tell you what, the first pitch and that pitch, awfully close. So he's behind 3-1. Dangerous pitch to a big, powerful guy. And he threw him something off speed. He swung and missed it. Lost his bat. And in the process, banged it off of the left arm of Mike Cheek, the umpire. He was thinking fastball in that situation, and he was wailing on it, and he got something off speed. And missed it by a mile, and Mike Cheek took the worst of it. So the count's full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. And he missed down and in. First base on balls of the game for Sherman. And Benning, the leadoff base runner. And is the 3rd time in the game they've gotten the leadoff man on. Of course, in the first inning, it was Hagan homering on the second pitch. Now it looks like Benning is going to be taken down. And a pinch runner will come on. Is that Adam Moore? It is.
Number 4, Jackson Ware.
So taking his big power hitting first baseman out here in the 7th for a guy with more speed. And a bunt, first base side. Sherman gets it. Only play will be to first. Elmy covering, and the sacrifice works. Jackson Ware 1-3 on the putout. And now the Bears will take an opportunity for a shot with a runner in scoring position. It's their 42nd sacrifice bunt of the season. Timeout called. Caleb Davis, pitching coach, going to make his way out to the mound. 1 o'clock to start here tomorrow. 12:45 airtime on all of our outlets except Fox Sports 1440, who we have the pleasure of having on board with us today. And then on Tuesday, it's a 7 o'clock start down at South Carolina. That's an SEC Network Plus telecast from Columbia, but as always, we invite you to watch it and turn the sound down, listen to the broadcast. 7 o'clock start will be on at 6:45. And then next weekend, the battle for the broadcast tent renews itself as the Paladins head to Greensboro. All right, meeting over. Mercer with the go-ahead run in scoring position, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Trey Truitt is bouncing to a fielder's choice and flied to right and 2 times up. And he takes the first pitch low, ball 1. They appeal to see if he went on the swing, and no, says Ted Miller, the first base umpire. Out in the middle of the diamond in this alignment. Sherman checks the runner at second, the 1-0. And a shot foul down the left field line, 1-1. Alex Hansen, the number 9 hitter, on deck. Now Sherman ready with the 1-1 pitch. And that one's roped fair down the left field line. In the foul territory is Grote to pick it up. Scoring is Moore. Into second with an RBI double is Truitt, and Mercer leads it 2-1. That ball hit right on the line. And whereas the Paladins twice in the last 3 innings had multiple runners on with 1 out and couldn't get a run in, Mercer capitalizes on the opportunity, the leadoff walk, the sacrifice bunt, and the RBI double. And now Hansen, and he swings and lofts one down the right field line, foul. Got Crawford at third and Elmy at first, at least on that pitch, both playing in. Middle infield is back. Now they'll back up a little bit. And Grant's got to keep it right here. Billy Greenfield loosening down in the Furman bullpen. The 0-1 got in on his fist and he popped it foul over the stands first base side. It's no balls and 2 strikes. So ahead 0-2 to the right-handed batting Alex Hansen. Leadoff hitter Ryan Hagan on deck. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and he reached for it and punched it foul and out of play. Sanford's taken a 2-1 lead at VMI. Top of the 6th inning. It's the only change in scores right now. 0-2 pitch again. Breaking ball high, 1-2. Grant looks into Costa for the sign. And his 1-2 pitch to Hansen. Ground ball right side, Griffith moving to his left, out on the outfield grass, gets and throws him out. Truitt advances to third, and he's there with 2 outs as we go back to the top of the order for Ryan Hagan.
Number 3, Ryan.
And here comes Brett Harker, and that's going to be all for Grant Sherman, who will exit trailing 2-1 with a runner at third. But boy, what a fine pitching performance today for the Paladin left-hander. Threw the ball exceedingly well, and he'll get a nice round of applause as he exits stage right. Atlanta Bread Company call to the bullpen. Back in a moment here on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again. Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show.
Senior lefty Billy Greenfield, Philadelphia native, on the mound to trying to negotiate the third out of this 7th inning. Billy making his 14th appearance, all in relief, 0-1, a 4.95 ERA, has a save. He'll be facing Ryan Hagan. With 2 outs, a run in, and a runner at third. And Hagan, the leadoff hitter, 2 for 3, and the only time they got him out, it took a diving catch by Carter Grote in left field to do it. So ready to go. First pitch to the right-handed batter. It's lined into right center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Overton gets it back to the infield, but Hagan wastes no time. First pitch, RBI single. Truitt scores from third. It's a 3-1 game. And with that, you can close the book on Grant Sherman. 6 2/3 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. But boy, nice bounce back from his last 2 outings. And with a little better job in the timely hitting department, might still have a lead, but instead he's down 3-1. And Greenfield's first pitch to Alex Crotty is low, ball 1. Crotty over 1. Coming on to replace Matt Meter. He bounced out to short in the 5th. Right-handed batter. And there's ball 2 inside. Two balls, no strikes. 2 runs in the inning. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Mercer. And a leisurely toss over to first base. Now Greenfield ready. He'll throw over again. A little more purpose that time and sent Hagan diving back to the bag. Hagan has a stolen base today. He's 16 for 16 on the season. Short lead. And another throw. See if he's coming to the plate here. He is. Runner bluffs a go. And a fly ball to right. Drifting a bit towards the line. Now camping is Kay. Puts it away. And the inning is over. But damage done. 2 runs on 2 hits. A runner left. 7th inning stretch time here at Furman. Paladins now trailing it 3-1. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
You can party hardy at your next Paladin Tailgate Extravaganza with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. ABC can set you up with tents, chairs, tables, even Furman table linens to let everyone know your blood runneth purple. How about some inflatables or mechanical rides for the kids to really make it special? ABC Party Rentals is conveniently located near Woodruff Road and I-385. When you tailgate at a Furman football game, do it right with ABC Party Rentals and Amusements. Don't wait. Check them out now at abcgreenville.com.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
Defensive change for Mercer as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Howard Joe in at first base, replacing the pinch runner Adam Moore. Moore ran for Hunter Benning, who led off the 7th with a walk. So now Robert Broom, who got the final 2 outs of the last inning with runners on the corners and 1 down, kept Furman off the board. Will face 3, 4, and 5. Elmy, Costa, and Overton. And now a 3-1 game. Paladins down 2. Elmy has doubled in a run. He's reached on an error and flied to center. And the first pitch high and off the mid of the catcher, ball 1. That's outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Got a couple of guys playing catch in their bullpen, but the bullpen catcher's sitting down watching the action. Foul out of play right side, 2-1. You may have heard a little earlier in one of the PA announcements, they're raffling off a Brett Harker autographed jersey. They're going to give it away middle of the 8th. Strike 2 called. That started as an intended April Fool's joke today. Ben Matthew was telling me, he tweeted it out from the Furman marketing Twitter handle. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Elmy. Breaking ball, and he fouls it off out of play. Said Brett Harker saw it, called him. Ben told him it was an April Fool's joke, and Brett said, you know what, let's do it. So, joke ended up being on Ben, and we've got a raffle and a giveaway coming up here at the Old Ball Orchard next inning. 2-2 to Elmy and holding the pitch. Struck him out swinging. Brought the fastball up in his eyes, and Elmy couldn't catch up to it. 1 down, second strikeout for Broom. Now Costa, who's 1 for 3.
Now batting catcher number 9, Jason Costa.
Popped out to the catcher his last time up. And the breaking ball floats in on the inside corner, strike 1. Sky Overton on deck. Anybody gets on Trent Alley would be due. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Had him way out in front of a breaking ball. And Costa in a 2-strike hole. He walks away from the plate, tucks the bat under his left arm, and adjusts his batting gloves. Now settling back in the box in a 2-strike hole. Broom pitches. Way outside. 1-2. Now the right-hander set the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, he was way out in front of it and popped it foul out of play left side. Talked about this before, but sidearmers can cause so much trouble for right-handed hitters, and the trick to hitting them is really like any other pitcher. You've got to focus on the release point and forget about all the stuff in the motion. Now there's time called. The scoreboard had 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the umpires are going to talk about it, and as they're coming together, Vic Carell, the third baseman, you might have heard, somebody said something to him out of the Mercer dugout, and he said, I don't need any smart comments from you. Of course, we were all laughing prior to the game today that Vic Carell still standing after the shot he took behind home plate last night. So they do have the count right now at a ball and 2 strikes. Costa waiting. Broom pitching. And he reaches for one and hits it in the air to shallow left. That ball's going to drop for a base hit. Dumps it in front of Ware. Just a dying quail. And Costa has a second hit. And now Overton will bat, representing the tying run. He's been on all 3 times. He's walked, had an infield single, and been hit by a pitch. Costa was fooled badly by that off-speed breaking ball, but able to soft serve it out in the shallow left field, dropping between the oncoming Ware and the shortstop Hagan going out. So now Overton, and the first pitch to him is outside a ball. Alley is on deck. Furman down 3-1 here in the 7th. Runner at first and 1 out. Pitch. And the inside out swing, and he bounces it foul to the far end of the Furman dugout first base side. 1-1. Outfield straightaway. And again, big hole on either side of the infield. 1-1 pitch. He got a fastball up and he fouled it back to the screen. 1-2. Overton homered last night off of Gravino. Made it 4-0 at the time, and he hit a hanging breaking ball to do it. Ball and 2 strikes here. We'll see if Broom's going to throw him a curveball. Here it comes. It is, and he struck him out. Had him way out in front of it. 2 down. 3 punch outs for Broom since coming on, and now Trent Alley, who bounced to short in his first at bat in the 5th. He pinch hit for Jabari Richards, who had struck out twice against the lefty Austin Cox. So now it's Alley, with Costa still at first and 2 down. And the breaking ball, outside corner, strike 1. Right-handed batting freshman. The 0-1. Took a fastball right down the pipe, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Sims Griffith on deck. Alley in a 2-strike hole. Broom pitching, and he misses way outside with the fastball. 1-2. Well, his formula has been to get to a count like this and then throw that off-speed breaking ball. See if he does it here to Alley. He did, and he struck him out. On the inner part of the plate, he strikes out the side around the 1-out single by Costa. Paladins strand a runner, and we are through 7. Mercer leads it by a score of 3-1, and you're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Everyone wants to save money. Greenville Heritage Federal Credit Union's Sweetheart Deal will put more cash in your pocket every month. Refinance your current car loan or finance a new car in February and get a 2% rate discount and 60 days with no payment. With rates as low as 1.99%, you could save hundreds of dollars in payments and interest. Call 370-5670 or visit greenvilleheritage.com to find out how much you can save. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, you want to go to Bojangles?
Sure.
Oh, come on. The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back.
I just said I wanted to go.
It's a light, flaky, wild-caught Alaskan pollock fillet.
I know. I love the Bojangler.
Served on a toasted buttered bun, and it's only here for a limited time at participating restaurants, so you have to come.
You know what? You've convinced me.
People tell me I'm very persuasive.
I bet they do.
The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back. Try one today. Bojangles. It's Bojangler time.
Top of the 8th inning. Billy Greenfield beginning his first full inning of relief work, and his job is to hold him right here. Got to wade through 3, 4, and 5 in the Mercer batting order. Thomas, Madden, and Edgeworth. 3-1 Mercer, 2 runs in the 7th inning to snap the tie. And now Greenfield ready to go to work on Thomas, who's 1 for 3, and he hits one in the air back into center. Overton on the run, warning track wall, it's gone. Right out the front door, directly over the 395 sign. Thomas's 8th of the season, his 32nd run batted in. It's a 4-1 Mercer lead. First pitch fastball, and he didn't miss it. So now here's Charlie Madden, 0 for 3 today, 0 for 7 in the series. And Greenfield's first pitch to him stays outside, ball 1. Madden is struck out looking, bounced into a fielder's choice and flied to left. Chops that one into his own dugout. 1-1. So now it's a 3-run deficit. Paladins are stranded 11 in the game. Breaking ball down and in, 2-1. Mercer's left 5 on. Furman's going to look back if they can't rally here in the last 2 innings. They're going to look back at 2 innings in particular. Foul out of play, 2-2. The 3rd inning, and the bases loaded with 1 out. Richards, after just missing a double down the left field line, struck out for the 2nd out, and Griffith bounced into a fielder's choice to end the inning. No runs. Pitch misses inside, 3-2. And then you fast forward to the 6th. Had him on the corners with 1 out. And the top of the order up, but Case struck out. Grote flied to left, and those were the first 2 hitters that Robert Broom faced out of the bullpen. So they've had their opportunities, just haven't been able to get the big hit. Payoff pitch. And Madden swings and hits one back into left center. Grote, warning track, got it right in front of the 350 sign. 1 out. Madden didn't miss by much, but Grote able to run it down. And now Edgeworth, who's 1 for 3. Singled in the 2nd, since then has bounced to short and fly to deep left. First pitch to him is a breaking ball. This is inside. Lefty versus left-handed batter. The 1-0. Down and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Give Edgeworth some room in right center field. Overton shading him the other way out in center. And he turns and hits one hard foul off the top facing of the dugout down there where Mike Brown and Grant Sherman were talking. Sherman's got the elbow and the shoulder taped up with holding the ice bags in place. Playing the role of spectator here, 2-1. And it's 3-1 as he misses low. So 3 balls and a strike to Edgeworth. Greenfield winds and delivers. 3-2, and he was down on a knee. He took a big swing. Ended up down on one knee, coming up empty. So a payoff pitch coming to Edgeworth. Greenfield winds and brings the 3-2, and he struck him out swinging. And to reach for a pitch low and away, 2 down. That is the first strikeout for Greenfield. And now Howard Joe will bat for the first time since coming on defensively last inning. 313 in limited action, has 5 hits and 16 times to the plate. 3 hits, and they've all been doubles. Or, I'm sorry, 3 RBIs, and 3 of his 5 hits have been doubles. Fouls that one away. Furman 8th, bottom third of the order. Griffith, Hebner, and Crawford due up. The 0-1. Fouled out of play right side. No balls, 2 strikes. (4-1) Mercer, top of the 8th inning. J.T. Thomas leading it off with a home run off Greenfield on the first pitch. That's high. 1-2 the count. Greenfield delivers, and it's high again. 2-2. Greenfield shakes off a sign. Now gets what he wants. The 2-2 pitch to Joe. And a good cut at it and found it straight back. Man, he was right on that pitch. So the count holds at 2-2. Jackson Ware, number 7 hitter, left fielder on deck. And there's ball 3 as he misses outside. Breaking ball that just spun up there on him. So a payoff pitch coming to Howard Joe. Here it is. And he chops it. Oh, nice play by Billy. Jumping up and snow-coned it. Able to haul it in, throws him out at first. And the inning is over. 1-3 on the putout. So they get the solo homer. He retires the next 3, but the middle of the 8th inning, Mercer's lead now 4-1. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
If you've been sidelined by an injury, the St. Francis Sports Medicine team is here 24/7 to get you back on the field. Our highly trained network of physicians, athletic trainers, and physical therapists treat all types of sports-related injuries, even those that don't occur from playing a sport. Call the St. Francis Hurt Line at 675-HU-RT for priority appointments or at-home advice. Again, that's 675-HU-RT.
There's a reason why year after year more people trust Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors to get the job done. It's because we deliver the highest level of real estate services with the utmost integrity, quality, and professionalism. We love what we do, and it shows in every transaction. We've been the undisputed upstate market leader for over 20 years because we do what's right. We handle every transaction with a smile, and we're committed to making your home journey the best it can be. For your best move ever, contact Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Sedan Joyner Realtors today. Visit sedanjoyner.com and let's get started.
And bottom of the 8th inning, time drawing short for the Paladins. They trail at 4-1 here in the second game of this series. Mercer trying for its, I believe, 14th consecutive weekend series win. Yeah, this would be number 14. Began with a sweep of ETSU April 8th through 10th last season. They have won every weekend series since. Robert Broom still out there. Sims Griffith to lead it off. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he lines one into center field. That will drop for a base hit. First hit for Sims. Second hit that Broom has allowed, and now Brett Hebner will bat. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt.
Now shortstop, number 41, Brett Hebner.
Hebner struck out swinging in the second, grounded to third in the fourth, and then put down that sacrifice in the seventh. That was after Griffith walked leading off the inning in a 1-1 game. Crawford got the infield hit to move Griffith to third, but then Kay struck out, Grote flied out, both against Broom. First pitch outside a ball, the 1-0. Strike called. And you know when you're going bad, these kind of things happen. That ball that Crawford hit with Griffith at second in the seventh was a hard hit ball back through the middle. It looked like it was ticketed for center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, and it's fouled off right side out of play. But it hit the side of the mound and had a great angle up. You could see it when it hit the side of the mound. It took a decided left-handed turn, and that allowed Hagan, the shortstop, to get to it on a dive and save the run. And as it turned out, the Paladins didn't score. Hebner swings and shoots one past the third baseman, Crotty, into left field, and the first two have reached here in the 8th inning. That'll be a base hit for Hebner, his third of the series. And now Jake Crawford will come to the plate representing the tying run. Brett Harker calls time. He wants an offensive conference. Taylor Harbin, the third base coach, Crawford, the hitter, both runners. Crawford 2 for 3 on the day. And boy, if there's ever a young man right now who needs something really, really exceptionally good to happen for his confidence, it is number 7 in purple. Really admire the way Brett Harker has handled Crawford's struggles as a closer, and to a certain degree how he's been scuffling at the plate of late. Now an opportunity here against Broom. Ready to go in the first pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 1.
Your batter, third baseman, number 7.
So Griffith singles, Hebner singles. Crawford at the plate, representing the tying run. Landon Kay on deck. Paladins down 4-1 here in the 8th. The 1-0. And he just got a piece of a breaking ball and fouled it back. Ricochets all the way out near the first baseline. And Howard Joe will run in and backhanded flip it with his glove over to the Paladin dugout. Furman 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, but only one of those hits has produced a run. The 1-1 to Crawford. Breaking ball, and he comes up empty. 1-2. The breaking ball to the right-handed batters has been Broom's money pitch. Both Hebner and Griffith before him got fastballs early in the count and didn't waste them. Now Crawford behind 1-2, Broom pitching, and a breaking ball, and he's got a piece of that one. Fouled it straight back. Landon Kay will run it down. Count holding it, a ball and 2 strikes. Furman trying to rally here in the 8th, down 4-1. Robert Broom gets the sign. He straightens up. And his 1-2. Fastball outside, 2-2. Crawford back in, taps the head of the bat on the plate. Waiting as the right-hander leans in for the sign. Shakes off one, now comes set. Checks the runner at second, the 2-2 pitch, and a smash to third, backhanded by Crotty. Goes to the bag for one, and that's all he'll get. Crawford hit it hard, but right at the third baseman, who forces Griffith for the first out. So one away. Hebner now the lead runner at second, Crawford at first.
Now batting, right fielder, number 44, Landon Kay.
And here's Landon Kay, 2 for 4. He was the first batter that Broom faced coming out of the bullpen in the 6th with runners on the corners and 1 out, and he struck him out swinging. Landon hitting .364 with runners in scoring position. And the first pitch, breaking ball, hit in the air. Right field line, that is a fair ball. The runners are only going to be able to advance 1 base, though, as Truitt got to it. Hebner kind of had to play the waiting game, so he stops at third. Crawford at second, Kay at first. That's another hit with a runner in scoring position that doesn't drive in a run. And now Carter Grote.
Now batting, left fielder, number 5, Carter Grote.
6th inning with 2 outs and a runner at second. He struck out. 7th inning, 2 outs, runners on the corners. He flied to deep left off Broom. Now batting with the bases loaded and 1 down. Broom straightens up, and his first pitch to Grote. 1 hopper back to the mound. Throw to the plate for 1 on to first. That is a wide throw that Joe couldn't keep his foot on the bag. And the bases will remain loaded. They get the force out at the plate of Hebner, 1-2. Now Crawford at third. Kay to second, and Grote on the fielder's choice at first. The only thing that kept that from being a double play was that J.T. Thomas's throw to first was wide of the bag towards the middle of the infield, and Joe couldn't keep his foot in contact with the bag. And now Brandon Elmy, 0 for 3 this year with the bases loaded in that situation now with 2 outs here in the 8th. And the first pitch to him is in the air down the right field line, but foul. Brandon has doubled in a run. He's reached on an error. He's flied to center, and he struck out against Broom leading off the 7th. Paladins at every base, down 4-1 in the 8th. And now Brent Shade, the pitching coach, calls timeout. Makes a slow walk out to the Latham Stadium mound, and that'll give Elmy and Harbin a chance to talk. Boy, again, this is a Paladin team that's just dying for something good to happen in a big way. Shade still talking to his pitcher and his infield. He pats Broom on the rear end, and just as Mike Cheek, the umpire, gets out there, turns and heads back to the dugout. So a 1-ball, no strike count on Elmy. Crawford at third, Kay at second, Grote at first, 2 down. Right-hander straightens up and his 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Elmy a chance to make his first hit this year with the bases loaded. A big one. Broom sets the 1-1, and he fouls a fastball away. 1-2. Thinking about the long ball, Broom has only allowed 1 all season. And now 32 innings. It's ahead 1-2 to Elmy in pitching. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-2 the count. 31 innings, excuse me. You'd have to think that he wants this to be the action pitch. He doesn't want the count to go full and have the runners in motion on a 3-2 pitch. So here's the 2-2 to Elmy. And a line drive, base hit in the left field. That's going to score 1. Here comes Kate. Nope, the stop sign was thrown up right at the last minute. RBI single for Elmy to make it a 4-2 game. As Crawford scores from third. Kay stopped at the last minute. Now the lead runner at third, Grote at second, and Jason Costa will bat with the bases loaded and 2 down.
Now batting pitcher number 9, Jason
Costa 1 for 2 in these situations this year and has 2 hits today, including dumping a single in the left field off of Broom with 1 out in the 7th inning. 4-2 the score, bases loaded, 2 outs. And Costa swings and a fly ball to left. Jackson Ware toward the gap a bit, makes the catch, and the inning is over. So it could have been a much more fruitful inning, and Paladins get a run on 4 hits, no errors, and leave 3. We go to the 9th. 4-2 Mercer. You're listening to the Furman IMG Sports Network.
When you go in search of a fence company, what's your criteria? Experience? Trust? A company that gets it right the first time and stand behind its work? Then your search is over. Faulkner Fence has been Greenville's fence company for more than 40 years. Ed Faulkner started the business, and now son Todd continues the tradition of excellence. So regardless of your fencing needs, commercial, industrial, or residential, trust the company that Greenville has trusted for over 4 decades. Faulkner Fence, 864-271-4626, or online at faulknerfencecompany.com.
Hi, Furman fans. Dan Scott here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Greenville or on the other side of the world, globally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Furman Athletics.
We go to the 9th inning in a 4-2 ball game. Paladins got to play hold'em here and see what they can do in the bottom of the 9th. And charged with the task of Keeping Mercer off the board here in the ninth is senior right-hander Nolan Mullen. Florida native making his 7th appearance, 0-1 and 995 earned run average. 6 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. Has struck out 8 and walked 3. Opponents hitting .367 against him. To be facing Jackson Ware, Trey Truitt, Alex Hansen, the bottom third of the batting order. Billy Greenfield, inning in the third. 2 hits, a run earned, no walks, and a strikeout. So here's Ware, who's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. And Mullen's first pitch to him. Breaking ball down and away, ball 1. Well, you know you're in a pretty good-sized funk as a team when you piece together 4 hits in an inning and only get 1 run out of it. Ball 2 low. 2-0. And you have to give Mercer credit. They've capitalized on their opportunities, and Furman has it. There's a strike. Paladins have stranded 14 runners on base through the first 8 innings. Two 2-1. Missed inside, 3-1. They're 5 for 15 with runners in scoring position, but only 2 of those 5 hits have produced runs. 3-1 pitch. Just missed outside, ball 4. Boy, Casa didn't have to move the mitt there. He's talking to home plate umpire Mike Cheek. So leadoff walk. Now Trey Truitt. He broke the 1-1 tie in the 7th inning with an RBI double. 1 for 2. He later scored a run. Mullen throws to first. Looking ahead to the Furman 9th. Overton, Alley, and Griffith due up 5, 6, and 7. Showing bunt, the pitch misses down and away, ball 1. Truitt waiting as Mullen comes set. Squaring again, and he bunts it foul, first base side. Got some air under that one, but no way Elmy could get to it. Now Wofford has swept that doubleheader at Villanova, 7-3 the first game, 13-0 the second. Another throw to first, and again the runner back. Only other game in the conference still playing is Samford leading 2-1 at VMI, and the Keydets batting in the bottom of the 9th. Pitch. Bunted first base side, and a good one. Elmy will get underhand to Griffith covering. And Ware will advance to second. He's in scoring position with 1 out. Sacrifice bunt. 3-4 on the out. And Alex Hansen, who has struck out twice and grounded to second, will hit. Finals, Greensboro beat ETSU 9-7. That series is tied at a game apiece. And Western Carolina up 2-0 in its series with the Citadel after a 6-0 win. Breaking ball, strike 1 to Hansen. You would think, given the difficulty the Paladins have had scoring runs today, keeping that deficit at just 2 is imperative here. Breaking ball in the dirt. 1-1. Overton a couple of steps towards the gap in right center. 1-1 pitch. Started, stopped. Pitch was outside. Did he go? No, says Ted Miller on appeal. 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. Mercer with a runner at second and 1 down. Leading at 4-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. Mullen turns, throws back to second. They've called a balk. So that will bring Ware to third. And with that, the infield will have to come in. Now Brett Harker is coming out to talk to the umpire, Ted Miller, who made the balk call. Standing hands on hips on the grass out near the first base bag. And whatever Miller said apparently satisfied him, so he heads back to the bag. Just trying to read Miller's body language. Brett was asking, how do you call a balk on a throw back to second when he wasn't pitching, but trying to read Miller's body language if I read it right. Mullen had come set, and before he turned to throw back to second, apparently waggled the shoulders. So pitch to Hanson, a breaking ball, strike 2. 2-2 the count. Ware now at third on the balk call, and the infield is in with 1 out. Leadoff hitter Ryan Hagan on deck. 2-2 pitch from Mullen. Breaking ball, fly ball, right field. Kay camping, catching. Throw to the plate is not in time. Sacrifice fly, and it's 5-2. Two outs in the inning. 19th RBI of the season for Hanson. And now back to the top of the order for Hagan, who's homered, singled twice, driven in 2 runs, and was robbed of a hit in the 3rd inning by Carter Grote out in left. So the deficit at 3 again, 5-2. And he bounces a breaking ball up there, ball 1. And again, Furman going to have to do something that it has not done all season long. And that's win a game in which it was tied or trailed after 6. Pop-up. First base, foul territory, Elmy. Gives way to Griffith, who makes the catch about 15 feet behind him. And the inning is over. But they get a run without benefit of a hit. Paladins need a big 9th. 5-2 Mercer. Back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
Bottom of the 9th inning. Latham Stadium. Dan Scott with you here. The Paladins trailing at 5-2. Robert Broom, who has been on since there was 1 out in the 6th inning.
Hello.
Apparently is going to get an opportunity to tie the game or to finish the game. He'll be facing 5, 6, and 7 in the Furman batting order. Sky Overton, Trent Alley, and Sims Griffith. Overton 1 for 2 officially. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. So Broom ready to go to work on him. And shows bunt, takes the bat away, and it costs him a strike. Sidewinder with the 0-1 pitch outside with the fastball. 1-1. Outfield straight away for Overton. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside corner, and it's 1-2. Sky steps out of the box. Now back in. Broom ready for him. The 1-2 pitch on the way. And he missed outside with a fastball, 2-2. So Overton battling, trying to become a leadoff base runner here in the 9th when Furman needs him badly. Broom, just as he started into his set position, stepped off. Two-two pitch. Breaking ball sails outside, ball 3. So he was behind 1-2. He is now battled back to run it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Overton, leading off the bottom of the 9th. Here it comes. And a line drive base hit into right center field. Over to cut it off is Hansen. Big turn by Overton, but can't take any chances here. That's a heck of an at-bat for Sky Overton. And that is how the 9th begins for the Paladins. Now Trent Alley 0 for 2 since coming on. He's bounced to short and struck out. Sims Griffith on deck. And the first pitch. Breaking ball outside corner, a strike. And again, because of their defensive alignment, if Alley gets a pitch out there he can hit, he's got a huge hole on the right side of the infield. Also, your third baseman is playing deep. You might even think about dropping a bunt here. Instead, he takes a fastball strike, and he's behind 0-2. So Alley in a big, big hole here at 0-2 with Overton at first. The leadoff base hit here in the 9th at Furman trailing by 3. Pitch way outside with the breaking ball. 1-2. Trent waiting as Broom gets the sign. And his 1-2 pitch. Check swing and a breaking ball. Did he go? Yes. Ted Miller, the first base umpire, on appeal, rings him up. And there's one out. 5 strikeouts for Broom since coming on. Now Sims Griffith, he had a base hit last time up, leading off the inning against Broom. That was in the 8th. Frustrating inning. Furman put together 4 hits and can only turn it into 1 run. So Overton at first with 1 out. And the pitch to Griffith is outside, a breaking ball, ball 1. Crowdy at third, a step behind the bag. The 1-0. Chopper off his foot, back towards the mound. 1-1. Griffith will walk off to the left of the plate, take a practice swing. Now back in the box. Mercer looking for a double play ground ball here that could end the game. Griffith trying to find a hole somewhere to bring the tying run to the plate. Breaking ball low and away, and not by much. That was a pretty good pitch right there. 2-1. Brad Hebner on deck. 2-1 pitch. And a chopper left side. Crotty, the third baseman, his throw to first in time. It's the only play he had as Overton moved up. The ball wasn't hit sharply at all, and he had to settle for the single out of Griffith. So 2 down. And now Hebner, who also had a base hit his last time up, and he's got to get on to bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Jake Crawford in the on-deck circle. Brett 1 for 3. Also has a sacrifice bunt. He singled off Broom in the 8th as well. And he swings, hits this one over the bag at third, down the left field line. Fair ball. Overton will round third and score. Throw into second, not in time. Hebner almost overslid the bag. Got the safe call. It's 5-3. And Hebner, his second hit of the day, 4 in the series now. Second run batted in him. Boy, how big is that run they got in the top of the 9th now? Instead of having the tying run in scoring position with 2 outs, now Crawford at the plate representing the tying run. Jake has 2 hits. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 8th and scored Furman's only run that they could muster in that situation. Now, Edgeworth, the second baseman, comes in, says something really quick to Broom, pats him on the rear end, and jogs back to the second base position. Right-hander throwing down there. And here comes Brent Shade, and see if that's going to be all for Broom. Paladins down to their final out, and they've gotten the tying run to the plate here in the 9th. Shade with his entire infield gathered around him. Mike Cheek, the home plate umpire, on his way out. And now Shade points, and he's going to the bullpen. So a break in the action. Atlanta Bread Company called to the bullpen, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Hey, Furman fans, it's baseball season. Here at Ingalls, we know that as you root for the home team, sometimes you want more than just peanuts and Cracker Jack. And while we do deliver on your favorite ballpark classics, we're proud to offer a packed lineup of everything you need to make your next meal a home run. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Furman Baseball and the official grocery store of Furman Athletics. Go Dins!
The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point offers a dining experience that will have you coming back for more time and time again. Everything is freshly made on site, including the different varieties of bread and all the baked goodies. And the menu, Atlanta Bread Company offers a wide variety from hot soups and chili to hot and cold sandwiches and paninis. Even breakfast selections topped off with your choice of piping hot coffees. Come see for yourself. You'll love it. The Atlanta Bread Company at Cherrydale Point, proud sponsors of the Furman Paladins and the Dan Scott Show.
New pitcher here in the bottom of the ninth inning is their other hammer out of the bullpen. Right-hander Nick Spear, 5'11", 175-pound sophomore from Atlanta. Spear on the season making his 15th appearance, all in relief, 4-0, 257 earned run average, has 3 of their 6 saves, 21 innings, 14 hits, 6 runs earned, has struck out 27 and walked 9. He comes on with 2 outs, a runner at second, a run in. 5-3 the score, and Jake Crawford will be the batter representing the tying run. Robert Broom, 3 1/3 innings, 7 hits. But only 2 runs out of those 7 hits. No walks, 5 strikeouts. And Hebner out at second, his responsibility. So it's Spear versus Crawford. Jake taking his time settling in and now ready to go. Spear delivers. And a line drive into right, but it's right at the right fielder, Truitt, and that's the ball game. First pitch swing, and he hit it hard, but right at the right fielder, and the Paladins fall today by a final score of 5-3 and will lose this weekend series for Mercer, their 14th consecutive series win on a weekend. 5-3 the final. Stay tuned. We'll be back to run you through the final numbers and wrap it up after this on the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Dan Scott here to tell you that I have found my breakfast place in the Travelers Rest area, the Hungry Drover. Located at the intersection of Tigerville Road and Highway 290, the Hungry Drover features local eggs, raw milk, homemade breads, and of course their famous gigantic omelets. If it's lunch you crave, check out the barbecue, tomato pie, and the made-from-scratch desserts. And don't forget dinner on Friday nights. Find the full menu and operating hours at hungrydrover.com and like them on Facebook. For catering, call John at 864-901-5040 and enjoy the farm fresh eating experience in the heart of Travelers Rest. That is the Hungry Drover.
If you've been sidelined with an injury, sore joint, or back pain, the experts of Piedmont Orthopedic Associates can offer you both surgical and non-surgical care to get you moving again. Piedmont Orthopedic Associates' 15 surgeons and 2 spine physicians are all board certified and are committed to providing you with excellent orthopedic care. Visit us online at getmovingwithpoa.com.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.
At SC Telco Federal Credit Union, we're passionate about helping to improve the financial lives of our members. SC Telco is the first financial institution in South Carolina to offer a price-linked savings account. The Save to Win account allows members to save money, earn interest, and have the chance to win cash prizes. When you're in front of us, you're the only person that matters. Find a location near you at sctelco.com. SC Telco looks forward to serving you. SC Telco is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration.
Well, you wondered how Furman would bounce back after last night's devastating loss, blowing a 4-run lead in the ninth inning and losing 5-4. And to their credit, largely to Grant Sherman's credit, came out and played a good game today. Just ultimately couldn't get the big hit despite multiple opportunities and ended up falling by a final score of 5-3. Final numbers look like this for Mercer: 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They stranded 5. And for Furman, 3 runs, 14 hits, 1 error, and left 15 men on base. Broom in relief, the winner, 5-1. Sherman took the loss. He's 3-4. And Spear threw 1 pitch and picked up his 4th save. Game took 2 hours and 55 minutes for an announced crowd of 416 here at Latham Stadium. So with the win, Mercer now 23-6, 4-1 in the league. The Paladins 11-14, 1-4 in SoCon play, and will try to avoid being swept here tomorrow in the third and final game of this series. That is a 1 o'clock start. Matthew Quarles will get the call for the Paladins, and he is scheduled to be opposed by junior right-hander Chase Burks. We'll have the call for you beginning with the pregame at 12:45 tomorrow, and the Paladins will look to avoid being swept for the second time in 4 weeks. Last one, of course, coming at Ole Miss. That will do it for us. We appreciate your attention and hope to have better news for you tomorrow from a Furman perspective. Once again, the final score here: Paladins fall to Mercer 5-3. Until tomorrow afternoon, for all of us here at Furman University, I'm Dan Scott saying God bless you and so long, everybody. This is the Furman IMG Sports Network.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, finances, insurance? Then let State Farm agent Steve Borkland in Travelers Rest help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Steve handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time for everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies could mean earning discounts worth up to 40%. That's money Steve can help you put towards a college savings plan. Call State Farm agent Steve Borkland today and get to a better state with State Farm.